What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Cocoscope, as well as my Telegram channel, t.me/KingofFOMO1. Also, make sure that you are following my King of FOMO Gem Hunters channel, as well as my primary channel. And if you're not on the Cocoscope channel, make sure you are there too. Okay, so a bit of a slow day, news day in terms of the passive profit space and stuff what I normally talk about. So today we're going to be talking about some altcoins, particularly the Aave or the Lend coin, which has been on fire for quite a while. So as you can see, I started talking about this over 2 weeks ago. In the past 14 days, I've already doubled my money from what I have in Aave, and I do think that it has the potential to continue to go up even higher. And what I really want to look at is Aave or the Lend coin worth holding for a long period of time? So to really understand whether or not it's worth holding for a long period of time, yes, its price has gone up quite a bit, 1,000% or 3,000% in the past year. But what we really want to look at is, why are people holding Aave? So the comparison that you can make with kind of Aave is it's sort of like if you were putting your money in a bank, you get interest every single year. So kind of for the people that are going along with the debanking route, getting out of fiat and putting most of their earnings and wealth in crypto, which more and more people are starting to do that. These are the type of platforms that are springing up that are giving people alternatives to just keeping their crypto in their wallet. Just like you can keep all of your money, theoretically, you can keep all of your money in your house. You could put it all in a drawer or in a safe. You could put the cash in there, but you're not going to get interest, and it's not going to be convenient to earn over time by keeping all of your cash under your mattress. So people use banks, and then they get interest over time for using those banks, and they get perks for doing that as well. Aave and a few other platforms like Compound Finance are similar, where you're depositing or borrowing from these platforms just like you deposit or borrow from a bank, and you can earn interest over time from doing that. So that's the comparison to make with the real world and with crypto. And like I said, as crypto grows, as we get into this next bull market, and you're going to start to see a lot more people move a good portion, maybe not 100% of their entire wealth over to crypto, but you might see people start to do like 50%, 30%, 60% of their wealth into crypto, and they're going to be looking for platforms like Aave and like Compound. So I do think that these platforms in particular do have a place in the long run in crypto. And now it's just a matter of which one is going to be the best. Is there something that's going to be better, that comes out better than Aave, better than Compound? Well, if that's the case, then the price of these coins probably might decrease a little bit. But I remember it's kind of like finding the gem in the middle of all this other crap. I remember when Binance first came out, that was a big gem. Obviously, that exchange and that coin is doing fantastic right now. And the vibes that I'm getting from Aave and the system that Aave is doing is pretty much similar to that of Binance. So taking a look at where Aave is right now, currently ranked 40 on the coin market cap, or the CoinGecko market cap at least, and it's worth about 23 cents right now. So where does that put it? Let's go ahead and go down to rank 40. Aave is going to be about right here with a $32 million market cap. So if you want to look at some conservative routes about where Aave could go in the short, medium to short term, obviously since Aave and Compound Finance are pretty much the same thing, they're very similar, they do pretty much the same thing. So let me just open up Compound just to show you guys what this website looks like, and we'll kind of compare the two a little bit as well. Basically, you can see right here your supply APY. This is the percentage yield you're going to get per year for lending or borrowing from these systems. So for DAI right here, you can see that you're going to get 10% on Compound. On Aave, it's a little bit less. It's about 6.77% for doing a deposit here on Aave. So all in all, it looks like Compound does have higher percentages on most of their coins, but there's a couple of other features that Aave has that Compound does not have, which I'm not going to go into too much right now. But if we want to just take a look at where Compound Finance is, and I think that's the actual name, but if I'm adding the finance and it's not there, I apologize. But to see where Compound is, it's ranked 28 with a $65 million market cap. And Aave, I do believe, can definitely at least compete with that at the bare minimum. So it can see rank 28 as well, which would put it at about double the price of where it is right now. So you would see about 46 cents. Now, I think that can happen in a pretty conservative amount of time. It could be pretty short term. It could be somewhere around a couple of weeks to a couple of months, where we see these coins really go head to head and see which one is going to come out on top. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they can't both occupy some top 20 spaces on the coin market cap. But you know, if you're just looking at it in terms of which one is better to buy, well, that's gonna kind of be up to you in the long run. I do think that Aave has some room to grow, and I do think that Compound was definitely probably overbought a little bit because the Coinbase bump and it being on Exodus Wallet and a few other things. And I think Aave could potentially have that overbought feeling happen to it pretty soon. So those are just my thoughts on this token altogether. If you guys want to use the system yourself, again, I have a feeling that a lot of people, like I said, that are going to start getting into crypto are going to look at this and learn how to use this too. Some numbers that you guys should take a look at that I've really been looking at on a bi-daily basis is the protocol market size. This number has gone up on a daily basis up to $215 million, which is pretty darn crazy. And this tells me that this coin not only has a use case, but is being used for its use case. It's a big deal. It's kind of a big difference. A lot of coins have use cases, but people don't use them at all. This one, like it's currently being utilized, and that's kind of why I think it's holding its value and it's not dumping like you see a lot of other Uniswap altcoins do. I think it's going to keep holding its value because people see the value in it and actually are using its value. And again, you guys can look at the total borrowed and market size for all these coins. If these numbers are growing, and it can be a pretty good indicator to tell you that the Aave coin is also not slowing down anytime soon either. So those are just some things to take a look at. And as far as holding, like I said, personally, I've kind of changed my stance. This used to be kind of a short-term hold for me. It was a nice pump that I was just going to get in and get out on, but kind of doing some more research, this is going to be a little bit of a longer term hold for me. Now let's get into the very, very highly speculative stuff. Can you guys see this coin being a top 10 coin? There's a lot of these coins in the top 10, top 20 that they're kind of just residual coins. They're just there kind of just to occupy the space, and I do think that more useful coins will take over for sure. So if we see this thing hitting, I always make Chainlink be the comparison because Chainlink was kind of the underdog about a couple years ago. So if you see this coin getting to Chainlink levels, Chainlink is currently at $382 million. Aave is currently at $32 million. So if we see it get to the number 12 space along there with Chainlink, we could see a 100x or 10x, not a 100x, 10x from the lend token, which would put it at a price of approximately $2.30. So my prediction of $1.50, I do think is definitely well within the range of possibility. If you guys looked at my last video when I talked about Chainlink and Aave, this is a coin that I definitely am holding on to for the duration. So that is everything for today in this video. Like I said, be on the lookout for my Paybit Club video. I know some people were asking me about that. Why was it taken down? It was taken down because of compliance stuff, but I'll mention that when the video is released, and I'll probably release it like late at night. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely take a look at that. Other than that, like the passive profit space, it's working out very, very nicely for me. Like I've told you guys this plenty of times, my whole story about how I'm earning so much per week. So every weekend's a really, really nice time for me, whether the space is busy or not, because I get a lot of profits and income coming in from withdrawals. But with that being said, there's really not that much new news to update you guys on at all. But if I find anything, I'll probably put it on my Gem Hunters channel just for you guys to take a look at before I put it on my primary channel. That is everything for today, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't yet. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. If you're watching this and you've watched my videos in the past and you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe. It really does help me out. And make sure that you guys are following my Telegram channel. That's t.me/KingofFomo1. Peace out.